February 14, 2018. Oh my fucking god. This day sucks. Here are the reasons on why he sucks. At Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School, part of the Miami metropolitan area, in Parkland, Florida, a school shooting took place during the afternoon of February 14, 2018, at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, an affluent suburb about 30 miles, 48 kilometers, northwest of Fort Lauderdale and 45 miles, 72 kilometers, northwest of Miami. The shooter, Nikolas Cruz, was dropped off at the school by an Uber driver at 2:19 p.m., 20 minutes before dismissal time. According to a police report, Cruz was carrying a rifle case and a backpack. An AR-15 style semi-automatic rifle and multiple magazines were concealed within the backpack. He was spotted and recognized by a campus monitor who radioed a colleague that he was walking purposefully toward Building 12. The campus monitor did not declare a code red lockdown and sent a radio message to a colleague inside Building 12, which Cruz had entered. The school's policies did not specify clearly who could order a lockdown, and staff had been trained not to order a lockdown unless they saw a gun or heard shots being fired. Left square bracket note for right square bracket. Cruz entered Building 12, a 3-story structure containing 30 classrooms typically occupied by about 900 students and 30 teachers, at approximately 2:21 p.m. Upon entering the building, Cruz rapidly assembled his weapon at the base of a stairwell adjacent to the first-floor classrooms. As he did so, he was interrupted by a student named Christopher McKenna, whom Cruz informed, "You better get out of here, something bad's about to happen." McKenna fled the building and notified staff members of the unfolding threat. Cruz then entered the first-floor hallway, where he observed 3 students, Martin Anguiano, Jenna Montalto, and Luke Hoyer, who were in the hallway outside room 1215. He killed all 3 in the hallway at 2:21 p.m., with another student within the hallway, 15-year-old Ashley Boz, wounded once in her upper leg. He then fired through the windows of 4 closed classroom doors, killing 6 more students and wounding 13 others. 2 staff members were also killed on the first floor of the building. Due to gunshot reverberation within the hallways, the fire alarm within the building activated, causing confusion, because there had been a fire drill earlier in the day. Students were unable to seek shelter at hard corners areas of a classroom that people could safely hide at if a gunman peered through the window of a door, because many of the classrooms in Building 12 lacked one, and furniture otherwise obstructed potential safe spaces. As the shooting unfolded, a code red was still not called due to confusion among school employees over who had the authority to do so. At about 2:21 p.m., a staff member eventually activated a lockdown, but only after discovering the body of a victim and hearing gunfire. An armed school resource officer of the Broward County Sheriff's Office was on campus when the shooting broke out, and he remained outside between Building 12 and the adjacent Building 7. After killing 2 staff members near the first-floor stairwell, Cruz proceeded to the second floor, where he fired into 2 empty classrooms. On the 3rd floor, he shot and killed 5 students and another staff member, who all had been stranded in the hallway. 3 other students and 1 teacher were injured. Next, he went into a teacher's lounge, where he attempted to shoot out the hurricane-resistant windows facing the yard in order to target students and staff fleeing below, but failed. After he stopped shooting, possibly due to a weapon malfunction, Cruz dropped his rifle on the 3rd floor of the building and left the scene by blending in with fleeing students. He then walked to a fast food restaurant, stopping at a mall to get a soda on the way, and lingered before leaving on foot at 3:01 p.m. Of the 17 fatalities, 14 were students, while 3 were faculty members. 2 of those killed were students in Ivy Scamis' Holocaust history class. Scamis was teaching a class lesson on combating hate when Cruz fired shots into her classroom. 4 students from Scamis' class were injured. According to Scamis, Cruz wasn't aware he was shooting into a class on the Holocaust, even though he had scrawled swastikas onto the ammunition magazines that he left at the school. Cruz fired 139 shots during the shooting, 70 on the first floor, 2 in the stairwell, 6 on the second floor, and 61 on the third floor. At about 3:41 p.m., police stalked Cruz 2 miles, 3.2 kilometers, from the school in the Windham Lakes neighborhood of Coral Springs and arrested him as the suspected shooter. He was then taken to a hospital emergency room with labored breathing. After 40 minutes, Cruz was released back into police custody and booked into the Broward County Jail. The shooting lasted for about 6 minutes in total, and all of the victims were shot within just under 4 minutes. School surveillance camera video showed Cruz as the shooter, and he was also recognized by eyewitnesses. While SWAT paramedics were inside the building, additional paramedics from the local fire rescue department repeatedly asked to enter the building. These requests were denied by the Broward Sheriff's Office, even after the suspect was arrested. And guys, to begin with, I never liked this day in the first place at all, since I knew this was going to happen. I don't know who likes this day. But do you know who hates this day? Everyone in Florida. They wish the shooting never happened at all. So fuck February 14, 2018, and fuck Donald Duck and Goofy yes Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse no. End of rant.